M&T Bank Stadium, just off the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Detroit Lions and the Baltimore Ravens. Mike Tirico alongside Greg Olsen. That's the rookie Tyler Loop. He begins this one. Off we go here in Baltimore. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. Not much there, maybe a yard. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 9. Once again, it's Gibbs. They tackle him at the 38, but that run is good enough to pick up the first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And I'll tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
From the gun, it's Goff. Right back to Williams. They connect again. 14 yards on that pass play there. First down, Detroit.
These third down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball. Give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
On play action, Goff. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Roderick Washington getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. Woo! And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. That's good for 27 and a first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
Goff gives it to Gibbs. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
From the gun, on third down, it's Goff. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he will get into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, it's Keaton Mitchell. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Jackson now to throw on first down. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down in bounds.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
First carry for King Henry. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll run the sneak. He will have a Ravens first down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do give him the conversion on 3rd and 1.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
Left side into the hands of Hopkins. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
A give right up the middle to Henry, and he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
He's going to put it up, take a shot for Hopkins. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to get going with their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Goff going to get this out to St. Brown. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. He's going to have the 1st down, so they can convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
That's quickly out to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds as the 1st down completion nets about 3.
At the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. To throw is Goff. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. It is a big play there for the Lions. It's a gain of 34.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end. I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. Dejounte Wester now to return it. Yeah, and it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Ravens offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Off the play fake, Jackson. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
2nd and 10. Bateman is the motion man. On play action, here's Jackson. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and Quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
On third down, Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
So we see this more and more often in today's NFL, Mike, where on third down, the ball is actually thrown short of the chains. And there's really two reasons. One, teams are a lot more willing to use fourth down. And two, they have a lot of confidence in these receivers and tight ends and backs to run after the catch.
And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on fourth down. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Ravens' 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now, Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. What a letdown for the defense. They allow a conversion on 3rd and 16. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. Oh, and he takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Ravens' 20-yard line.
1 quarter in the books. It's the Lions who have the early lead. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Lions ball to begin the 2nd quarter. They've got it 2nd down and 11. That one out wide to Gibbs. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd down and 9. Patrick motioning here. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit.
This is one of those cases, Mike, where the play caller understands, I got 3 points in my back pocket. There's no need here to be conservative. Let's keep this drive alive and see if we can come away with a touchdown. But instead of just trying to pick up the 1st down, they go for the big one, and it's a perfect throw, great catch, and they come away with 6.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Wester now to return it. And he is stopped at 25, and the drive will begin there. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive, as they'll begin here with 1st down. They motion the slot man left. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
For a Baltimore Raven. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. A gain there of 11. First down, Baltimore.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
On the handoff, it's Henry.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
That's caught right side. It's Hopkins. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's first and 10.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Brings up second and 7.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second and 7. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be brought down. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's first and goal.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
First and goal, and it's Henry. Work down at the 6.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
At the 6-yard line.
They need 6 for the touchdown. Second and goal. Jackson now. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up third and goal.
This is the 8th play of this drive, and it's third and goal. Jackson. That's hauled in at the 2. To the goal line and in. Isaiah Likely. Touchdown, Ravens. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg. Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Craig Reynolds to return. He'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Lions offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with first down. From the gun, it's Goff. Open man downfield, it's Laporta. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It is a big play there for the Lions. 32 yards.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A 19-yard pickup there. Good for a Lions first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. Well, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
On second down, Goff. In trouble, and down he goes. Travis Jones in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's third down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Throwing now on third and long. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. And it's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's fourth down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. The Lions will extend their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. Wester now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, it's been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Second down, Jackson. This throw right is taken in by Flowers. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down. Coming up.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
Third and short, Jackson. He'll try to run for it.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
They'll come up here, first and 10. Hopkins sent in motion. Out of the gun, here's a give to Henry. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
A tackling plan for the defense, Mike, is critical when you're facing a back like this. You know that one guy is not going to be enough to bring him down. You have to get as many hats to the ball as you can, slow him up just enough to buy time, and in this case, they get him down for a loss.
In motion goes Likely. Jackson now on 2nd down. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Sacks are drive killers. And again, sacks in my mind are more of a quarterback stat than they are an offensive line stat. You have to have a clock in your head to understand where the weakness of the protection is, where I got to go with the ball if I'm hot, and at the end of the day, just get the ball out of your hand.
3rd and long for Jackson. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Lions offense about ready to take over once more. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Get this complete. It's Williams over the middle. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
On 1st down, it's Goff. That one incomplete. They can't hook up there. And that incompletion takes us to the 2-minute warning.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. On target to Laporta. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the 1st half. That one picks up a 1st down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off. This was pretty impressive from the big guy in the middle, Mike. I mean, typically we see these guys make most of their plays on the interior of the defense. They're big bodies, they're run stuffers. But look at the athleticism here as he's able to get outside the numbers and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll go right and find his running back. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. It is 3rd and long. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. From the gun, on third down, it's gone. He's got his tight end, that's Laporta. And he will score! Sam Laporta, touchdown Lions. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. On the return, it's Mitchell. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Ravens offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Now the Ravens use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number one.
At the 40-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. Jackson looking to throw. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Set to go now on first and 10. Here's Jackson. Open man is beaten. He's got him. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
10 more yards.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Now he takes off, and they will take him down at the 20-yard line. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Jackson now to throw on first down. There he goes again. And they'll have first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on first and 10. Here's Henry. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again. The
the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do them any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
In motion comes Andrews. Throwing Jackson. Open man is Hopkins. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
That's a gain of 8.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Well, a little unconventional play call here. You don't traditionally see the screen game used on third down at these shorter down and distances. But in this case, they catch the defense off guard, they timed it up well, and the back is able to convert and pick up the first down.
They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
They'll run the draw, and here's Henry. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A pickup there of 19 yards. Good for a Raven first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the mark. Another first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They have a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
To throw is Jackson. That is caught. And he's in. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore.
He's lined up one-on-one, and it's a mismatch from the very beginning. He's just so fast, so big. He's kind of part tight end, part wide receiver, and when you have that type of skill set, it's just going to be hard to stop.
The extra point is up and through. And the Ravens are able to cut into the deficit. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Reynolds now on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Lions offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Now Goff going to hold on to it. The defense not fighting. They stay at home and they tackle him for no gain.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Laporta in motion. He'll go play action with Goff. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Numde Malapique getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down.
Well, as they face this possible 3 and out following that 2nd down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield, and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
And that's not going to work at all. He'll manage to get back to the line. That is all. It is 4th down.
Well, maybe he's counting a little bit, Mike, on this defense being in pass mode, and maybe you can catch him off guard with the run call. In this case, the defense was ready for all of it. They hold them to no gain. They're going to have to bring out the punt team.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Ravens offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. On play action, here's Jackson. Off he goes. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
That is caught. It is Hopkins. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. 10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's 1st and 10.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Lee McNeil. He gets through to drop him, and it's a loss of 4.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 15.
3rd and long. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Taking off, he'll try to get there. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
Sometimes it's just a case of taking what the defense gives you. And here's one of those examples. There's nowhere for him to go with the ball. For a minute, it looked like he was going to be able to pick up this 1st down with his legs. The defense rallies, brings him down short of the 1st down marker, sets up 4th down.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Lions offense ready to get back at it. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Now Goff. He'll swing this out to Montgomery. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, and now a much more advantageous spot.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down. Here's the Lions punt team now, as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. They'll run out of the gun with Henry. He's going to have a Ravens first down as he gets this one up past the 30.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Brian Grant in on the tackle.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Play action now. Jackson. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
On third down, Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. Finding space at the 40. And he's going to get this close to a first down, but he's out of bounds a yard short, and that's going to make it fourth down.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the first down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on fourth down is at an all-time high.
And he didn't get the check he was hoping for on that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchdown. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They'll begin with first and 10. Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone, David Montgomery. He'll gain 3 out of this, up to the 23.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
I should probably stop it here, boy, because I got all the hits, boy. All that Drake, you got to chill.
Second down, they need 7. Laporta in motion. A second down throw for Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Just a simple hitch route, certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Goff going to throw here on first and 10. That one out wide to Gibbs. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
That's caught by Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They get 14 on that hookup. First down, Detroit.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
And he's going to be out of bounds here on what will wind up being the final play of the third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. On play action, Goff. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
From the gun, it's Goff. And this is going to be incomplete, and it's great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll sound a fourth down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And this is going to pin them back. It's out of bounds inside the 10. The Ravens offense ready for this next possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. This throw right is taken in by Flack. And he's going to have this one up near the 28. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
How about that back bulldozing his way forward? A gain of 9 yards.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds. The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. We're going to put a man in motion to the right. 3rd and short, Jackson. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. A gain there of 15. First down, Baltimore.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the 4th quarter.
And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
This is Henry. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll run the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 17 yards. Good for a Raven first down.
When this offense is really in gear, Mike, a lot of it is because of the ability of Lamar Jackson running the football. He is what makes this thing go, and you can see why.
Jackson out of the pistol. Short, complete to Likely. They'll get it up 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 8-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Jackson. He's got it at the 3. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
He'll swing this out wide to Henry. And he will score! Game on! Derrick Henry, touchdown Ravens. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Ravens 21.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Reynolds now on the return. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Lions offense getting set to get back to work. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Gives it to Gibbs, and he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. This ball batted away. That's incomplete.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. That's into the hands of the receiver, Patrick. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
This is the age-old dilemma that defensive coordinators go back and forth on. Is the best pass defense to send more big bodies at the quarterback and get the ball out of his hand? Or is it to really pack your back end, Mike, with more defensive backs and more guys that can guard space? In this case, they got a lot of defensive backs on the field. Quarterback has a lot of time to find the open zone and leads to a big play.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone. A big one here in the 4th quarter. 39 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
He'll go right back to Laporta. And he's going to be marked out of bounds down at the 3. Closing in on 200 receiving yards for the game. He's been outstanding. That one good for a 1st down.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in.
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Detroit. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
And he is not going to get in. Stopped on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, it's Mitchell. The Ravens offense ready to see what they can do. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Jackson. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes ready? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
It's a gain of 12 there. 1st down, Baltimore.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And When you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
In the shotgun, here's Jackson. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
That's good.
A big play there. Jackson to Flowers. 36 yards.
At the 5-yard line.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. To the air one more time with Jackson. That's hauled in at the 2. And he will score. Game on. Mark Andrews. Touchdown Baltimore. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Khalif Raymond to return it. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. The Lions offense make their way out to take over once more. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. This is Gibbs. To the 45. Still going. An electrifying run. Bringing it all the way inside the 15-yard line. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Once again, it's Gibbs. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. And they'll get together prior to this second down play. With the give to Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Lions. That his second touchdown tonight. Here's Bates for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Wester now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Henry. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They'll drop to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Open man, that's Bateman downfield. And he will score. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Ravens.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
The kick is good. Makes the score Lions 40. Ravens 35.
A 1-score game late. You figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. There's that man again, another catch. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's 3rd down coming up.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. That's incomplete. Daring call on fourth down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down. This is 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
Now 2nd and inches. Back to throw. Jackson. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, and that is going to do it. On the comeback, falls short. Time runs out. This game is over. So a win for the visitors, the Lions. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will.